y'all, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm gonna share with you something that I thought would be fun to include in a video. And that is how I planned out some meals for our vacation. We are going on a week vacation, which is a gift from God, was very unexpected, and we are so excited and so grateful to do this. We are driving to this location, so we will have a kitchen, so it makes sense to do some cooking in the home so that we can live within our means and, you know, stay within our budget and cook some good food. So I wanted to make cooking food on vacation as easy as possible, as simple as possible, so that it's not a lot of work for me and we can spend most of the day doing vacation things and not worrying about what are we gonna cook and like dirtying up a bunch of dishes and stuff like that. So I feel like it took a little bit of creativity to come to some of these ideas. Even if you're not gonna use these for your own vacation ideas, they're still just, you know, easy meal ideas that you can take with you. We'll start kind of with how I organized planning this out. So we did get an exciting surprise, and the person who planned this trip for us also planned some meals and gave us some pre-cooked frozen meals that we could take and heat up, and also some really fun snacks for us and our toddler. So that was really, really kind and generous. So I really only had to plan 3 meals, and we're gonna fill in with what we were given and also going out to eat the other few nights that we'll be there. Okay, so I'm planning dinner for 3 nights. We are gonna do, for 2 nights, a kind of Mexican theme. And so the first night is gonna be beef nachos. So I took 1.3 pounds of ground beef, cooked it, simmered it in some Mexican flavored spices, and just made like a taco meat basically. So we're gonna put that on some of the Siete tortilla chips from Costco and make like some meaty loaded nachos with shredded cheese, meat, chips. And then on the way, we're gonna stop and pick up just a few little fresh things. And it's all gonna be pre-planned out, so we're not in a grocery store that we're not familiar with being like, where's this, where's that, where's that? That's really stressful to me. So I feel way more excited going into this, having everything planned out, packed, ready to go. So anyway, we're gonna do beef nachos the first one of the nights. And we're gonna have that with guacamole and pico, which will add some fiber and some good fat and just some veggies and flavor. So that's gonna be one night. The next night, we're gonna use the rest of the ground beef that we don't eat with the nachos, and we're gonna make taco salads. And we're gonna pair some plantain chips with guacamole as a good carb and fat source to go with the salad. That's gonna be what we're gonna do for 2 of the nights. It will be both kind of Mexican flavors. And what I did was I already cooked the ground beef and I froze it in a plastic bag, and that is gonna make it super easy. All we have to do is, you know, put it all together and warm it up in the oven. So that's already done. I already shredded the cheese, and those will be 2 really easy but delicious meals. And the nachos is not something that I ever make, mainly because I just don't think of it. There's nothing wrong with the combination. It's a good balanced combination, and we can also add some shredded lettuce on there if we want to. The third idea I had planned was to do a charcuterie board night. I'm sorry if I don't say that right. I think that's how you say it. In the gifted food that we got this really nice cheese that has like, I think it was like raspberry ale cheese or something really unique that we've never had. And so that's kind of what inspired me to kind of build a meal off of that. So I picked up some salamis, and then I bought some pickles from Costco, and then we also got gifted some salted peanuts, and I figured we'll put those in there too. And I packed some carrots that I already had in the fridge. I just peeled and sliced them so they're ready to go. And I made some ranch dip to go along with that. Sometimes I feel like when you have charcuterie boards, it cannot be super filling. So I am going to make some crescent roll sausage bites to go along with that meal. It's very simple. You just take crescent rolls and then you take, I think they're called cocktail wieners, and you just wrap them in crescent rolls and bake them. Those are my 3 nights of meals that I planned. They're really simple, and we're gonna fill in with eating out in the meals that our friend gave us for this trip. We'll talk about lunch and breakfast next. Okay, so here is the basic lunch spread of things that we're going to use. We got this roasted turkey at Costco a while back. I've put it in the freezer, so I'm gonna pack it frozen. This should get us through the whole week. Supplement with like the leftover crescent sausage roll things that I'll be making, because I know that we're not gonna eat an entire batch of that. There's a lot of ways that we'll be able to supplement our meals with some of the things that we've already packed. I got these to make wraps, and also our friend gave us a loaf of bread that we'll also take. We got carrots, cucumbers. I picked up this big thing of pickles at Costco to take. So I think one of the hardest things to do when you're on vacation or you're packing meals for a scenario like this is flavor. You don't want to pack your whole spice cabinet. You don't want to bring a lot of sauces and all that. So what I did was I made a batch of pickled onions, and I like doing this with purple onions best, but I just went ahead and did it with what I had, which is a regular onion. I used raspberry vinegar from Trader Joe's. It's like a little bit of raspberry vinegar, water, salt, sugar. I have the recipe on my Instagram. But if you just Google easy pickled onions, you'll get lots of ideas. And really the only change I made was that I used that raspberry vinegar. I also made a small batch of ranch dressing. So I just used yogurt and mayonnaise and then spiced it with some dill from my friend's garden, some parsley, onion, garlic, salt, pepper. We'll have that as a dip. We'll have that to go on our wraps. And then one other thing that I'm gonna pack along that we don't eat very often is these roasted red peppers. So this can also be added to the charcuterie board night, and it can also be a way to add flavor to our wraps in a way that's easy to pack and easy to deal with. So aside from that, that's the main kind of plan that I have there. Like I said, we got a lot of snacks and goodies from our friend, like some yogurt covered raisins and just like extra nuts and like trail mixes and things like that. So we'll kind of blend those into all of this as well as like little side dish type things. Okay, and lastly, here is the breakfast spread. So I realized I kind of did this all a little backwards. We went from dinner to breakfast, but that's okay. For breakfast, again, our friend gave us a lot of really good goodies to take, like some cereals and some oatmeals. So we can also pair that with the protein source that I made. So I made an egg, spinach, and sausage casserole. It's super easy. 10 eggs, 16 ounces of cottage cheese, 8 ounces of Asiago cheese, a pound of breakfast sausage of your choice, and then I just put in as much spinach as I can and cook that all together. So I froze them individually on a tray and then put them in the bag. We're gonna pack them frozen, so that will be so nice to have. I am just a person who needs that protein jolt in the morning, and so like I said, we can pair it with some of the goodies that our friend gave us. I also went ahead and coarse ground coffee so that we can make our own cold brew while we were there. So cold brew is so easy to make. All you do is soak coarse ground coffee beans into water, and then you just strain it, and that's it. And then it's like a concentrated solution that you can thin with water, milk, cream, all that good stuff. So we'll be making iced cold brew lattes with that, and I think that'll be so nice. I forget to make cold brew on a regular basis, so it'll be kind of an exciting treat. I also went ahead and picked up 2 cantaloupes at Costco because I figured I know that I'll get a cheap, good price on them. If we don't open one, it'll last and we'll take it back home. Those can also be kind of paired in with our breakfast stuff. That is it. Other than that, we just have a variety of snacks. Like I said, our friend really hooked us up with trail mixes, pork rinds, crackers, all the good stuff. So we are so set and we're so excited. All right, so that is kind of a basic idea of what we are taking along with us. I thought it might be really cool to show y'all, to give you some inspiration and to see how I tend to think as I put together meals and things for my family. So I was able to get a few clips while we were on vacation, and I wanted to show you a few things. So this is something that is specific to H-E-B, and it is so good. It's called Tex-Mex queso with brisket. And I showed that first clip so you could see that it's just whole food ingredients, and then you cook it and it makes this really good hearty queso. So we decided we wanted to grab that, and we got that for one night, and it was really good. And then we ended up having lots of leftover taco meat to do tacos during the lunchtime instead of at dinner. So it all worked out really well. This next clip is an example of the breakfast that we had every day. It was so good, though we did not mind eating it over and over. But I found this mushroom instant coffee at Kroger while I was on vacation, and it was $10.99 for 30 servings. I have always wanted to try the mushroom instant coffee, but it's always so expensive, and I thought that that was a pretty good price for what you're buying. And I really enjoyed it. I'm very sensitive to caffeine, but this did not bother me at all, and so I'm continuing to enjoy it. Thank you for watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. From my kitchen to yours, I wish you the best of health for years to come. Thanks for watching.